Yo guys, what's going on? It's Tom for 2 here, or Chessman on Lost Ark, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my Bard. I know I don't talk a whole lot about my Bard. My Paladin, my main DPS is my Slayer. You'll occasionally see me post some like dungeon runs with my Paladin Slayer, but I don't usually talk a whole lot about my Bard, and Bard's kind of like one of my main characters that I play. I am a support main, so just want to kind of give a little bit insight on how I've changed my Bard build over the time I've been playing Lost Ark and what I'm currently rocking. So I'll just talk about my max MP increase build. I won't talk too much about the vital point hit build. Um, for context, my support playstyle is definitely a lot more utility based, and I'm providing what the team or party is lacking. So if we're lacking stagger, then I'll always, cater my build towards providing more stagger abilities, right? But for my Bard, I'm catering it more towards max MP increase build now. Now that Thaemine's been out, and I'm not really there to provide stagger. I'm there to get meter gain really, really fast and provide as much attack power buffs as I can. So the first thing about my Bard, let's just show off. Um, Again, 286 roster level. I've been experienced. I've been playing Bard since the very beginning. My max MP increase build. Let's actually just dive right into the engravings. So max MP increase, Desperate Salvation, Heavy Armor, Awakening, Expert, and then I have a 1 on Vital Point hit. If you want to look at my stats, I have over 1800 swiftness. Most of my gear is pretty good. And it probably only cost me about 23,000 gold just to gear it real fast. If you're curious about my Transcendence, I haven't finished my Transcendence on my Bard yet. Again, it's kind of like between 3 or 4 flowers, and I've only done like 1 level, and only 1 of them have done level 2. If we look at elixirs, my helm is a 5/5 Luminary Order and Potion Poisoning. For the shoulder, it's a 3/5 with Shield Enhancement and MP. My chest is a 5/4 with Explosive Expert and Intelligence. My pants is a 5/1 with Ally Enhancement and MP, and then my gloves should have a 4/4 Luminary and MP. So that should be a 40 set, so I won't be touching my elixirs anytime soon. So yeah. My gems, how are they looking? Now I use mostly 7s. I haven't really had to stray away from 7s for my supports in a really long time. I have a couple 10s on my Paladin, but my Bard, I think I can just get away with 7s. Eventually I want to improve those, but pretty much you just want them on the main skills that you're going to be using. I still have them on Sound Shock because I still sometimes use my Vital Point hit build. And my Vital Point hit build does use the marking skill for, it does use Sound Shock as a marking skill, whereas my MP increase build, it uses the Harp and Sonatina as my main marking skills. Cards is always Lost Cliff, no questions about that. Look at this. Let's look at the skills that I'm using. So I'm pretty sure you guys probably have seen a similar build, but I'll just go through it. I use Harp, probably the main marking skill. I go 1/3/1 with my Judgment rune. I use Prelude of Storm. This is also your counter skill. It's also really good meter gain skill. That's why I have a legendary wealth rune on it. I go 2/2/1. I use Wind of Music. Have an epic wealth rune on it. I go 3/1/2. Sonic Vibration. I have the legendary Conviction rune on it. I go 3/2/1 on the skills. Sonatina, your other marking skill. I have a epic wealth rune on it. I go 1/3/2 for the tripods. I play Rhapsody of Light. I use Protection, epic or legendary epic rune. Tripods are 2/1/2. Heavenly Tune. This is one of your attack buff or attack power buff skills. I use a legendary Gale Wind rune on it. I go 1/2/1, and then I use Guardian's Tune. I have a legendary focus rune on it, and then I go 1/1/2. So really, the big kind of playstyle things that I kind of go through in my head when I'm raiding, and by no means am I kind of an expert at the Bard gameplay, is you want to juggle between Heavenly Tune and Sonic Vibration, especially when you have the tripods for providing additional attack power, right? So if your party members, especially for sonic vibration, you want your party members to be in the sonic vibration area or aftermath area, it's giving them attack power, right? And then you want to toggle between that and heavenly tune, which also provides attack power. So you don't want them overlapping. And then the second piece is between harp and sonatina. I have the brand, I have branding on them, so just want to make sure that's consistently on as high as possible on in terms of marking the bosses. I will tell you my max MP increase build that I've transitioned to. The way to tell a good bard player, in my opinion, is their marking, right? So how often are they able to stick these two abilities onto the boss? How fast are they able to gain meter? So that would be through skills of the Prelude of Storm, Wind of Music for me, and Sonatina also provides a lot of meter gain. And then balancing out between when you want to use 3 bubbles for attack power buffs and when you need to use healing. Because your allies, they're obviously going to say we want attack power buffs, but then you gotta also make them help them survive. In my opinion, the Bard does a way better job in terms of shielding than the Paladin, but really, it's up to you on when you need to heal your party members. So your main shield skills would kind of be Guardian's Tune, Wind of Music, Rhapsody of Light provides some DR as well. So my usual rotation at the beginning of raids, put my marking skill up, I'll cast my first attack power buff, and then I'll cast Sonic Vibration a little bit after Heavenly Tune. And this is because I run Conviction Judgment, right? So if we just start out with like Harp, and then my Sonic Vibration, as you saw in my skills, I have Conviction Judgment, so you just want that to auto proc. And then once the attack power buff kind of times out, then you cast Heavenly Tune. And then, yeah, you just need to rotate between using Harp. I think if you're trying to generate meter really fast, you just start kind of going through this major rotation. And even Sonatina, I mean, even though you have Harp on, I think it's good just to cast Sonatina just because it's a good just meter gain skill. But again, you want to make sure you maintain your marking, right? Yeah, I noticed certain gates. I noticed that sometimes I can't get away with getting three bubbles for attack power buffs. I sometimes can only cast 2 of them, and I have to save 1 for healing my allies for when we start facing mechs that actually hit a little bit harder, right? So let's just say I've got almost 2 bubbles here, and then in this example, let's just say I have Awakening up, right? So I'll cast attack power, right? But then I'll give them additional shielding, and then that way I can start building up my meter again. And if they actually do need healing, right? Then I'll just cast the healing. And at least I've been building up my next set of meter, right? So I'm not completely, dry on that. But yeah, I think the hardest part about playing Bard is honestly just juggling between when to use your meter, if it's attack power or healing, how much of it. I would never do more than 1 bar of healing. I would never cast 2 bars for healing. I think that's a little bit of a waste. But yeah, definitely try to juggle your Harp and Sonatina for marking, your attack power buffs, and this will honestly depend on your cooldown gems, and then just giving your ally shields with Winds of Music and Guardian's Tune. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing much to say. It's probably the hardest support to play out of the 3 that I've played. Just because you have to be more wary of your positioning, especially since it's a more melee support. You have to kind of get up close to provide the shielding, especially with Wind of Music, and then casting Rhapsody for helping them give DR if they're about to get hit by something massive. So that's pretty much it. I don't want to ramble too much. Let me know what you guys think, if there's any improvements that you guys think I should be playing around with. Again, I have a Vital Point hit build. I'll show off like the engraving. There's not too much. I'm still stuck with Relic on this one. But again, mostly for higher level content now, I'm running my max MP increase build. But let me know what you guys think, if there's anything I should be more aware of. But that's pretty much how I'm playing it, and it's been working for me. I haven't had any complaints, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll hopefully pump out more Lost Ark content once Tier 4 kind of comes out. So see you guys then. Peace.